Welcome to the UDP broadcast, a podcast where a group of friends get together and oh wow, my brain broke. And talk about gaming related topics offering both informed and uninformed opinions. I'm Luminari and I am accompanied today by my co-hosts, the Nordic Cajun,
Head of the anti-Meowth correlation.
pre-Persians,
Mm-hmm.
and from the Emerald Dream, Crit Chicken.
Squawk.
There might be a barcode later. Tonight is oh go ahead.
I said hopefully.
Hopefully. So, tonight we are talking about mostly Twitch stuff. It's interesting in the sense of like I'm a content creator, Cage is a content creator. Crit is eventually going to get into content creation again, but
Yes.
so it's kind of important. So we're going to talk about what the hell's going on with Twitch. Before we do that, all of yes.
I'm gonna say you get to do Imi's thing.
Well, it's because I always mess it up because I can't ever keep it straight, and that's fine. The idea is so what we're doing here, and we're going to do this moving forward, is all streams that I currently own under myself that we all participate in. 10% of all revenue, if any revenue is generated, goes straight to the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is an organization that advocates or that it's it is a hold on. You guys are going to do this real time with me right now as I go into Discord.
Breathe. Let's go.
And, well, no, I mean, like it's so important I can't remember. But the idea is that let's see here, server guide. If you ever need it and you're on the UDP broadcast Discord server, it is about the UDP broadcast and the server guide. There we go.
There it is. Look in chat. Imi got you.
Oh, look at that.
Yay.
In
Here.
spirit, he's here.
There we go. It's written at the bottom of the screen. The mission of the Trevor Project is to end suicide among gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning young people. Just a quick reminder, this is an opinion show and does not reflect official company policies or views. In other words, we're poor. We have uninformed opinions. Please don't sue us.
Yes, I'm very poor. Dirt
I,
poor.
I kind of have texted someone. There we go. Ivy is participating in the podcast via text. So please direct your attention to the bottom of the stream where Ivy is doing stuff.
I love you, Imi.
We do. We do. Okay, so where do we start with this? Twitch has made some interesting decisions over the last few
Seems like
months.
months now. Yes. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
at least a year, gosh. And people have jumped ship and done stuff like even the pre-patch podcast. Most of those guys, except for Enigma, went over to. They're like, we're turning red, and they went over to YouTube. I don't know how
Mhm.
successful they were. I didn't keep track of it. But here's the idea as far as I'm concerned with the decisions I've made for this particular podcast, and we'll talk about what your decisions are for that particular point in time. We're already here. I'm not making any money. Any policies they push down doesn't immediately affect me right now. It does affect future me. But does it really have any impact where I'm like, oh, I'm outraged. I stand with everyone that's not Twitch. So under that thing, I'm trying to build a community, and Twitch is really a great place to do it, regardless if I'm getting paid or not. Now, is it fair that they reduced the revenue split from 70-30 to 50-50?
I don't think it was ever 70-30, except you were like some of the bigger dudes.
Like
I
Yeah.
think
partnership
I
level?
think I think it's always been 50-50.
Then why was everyone so up in arms? I had been out of the Twitch game for so long, I didn't really pay
Well,
attention. I'm like,
it's because they what's the best way to put this? Twitch, I think for some of the bigger dogs, it was some of the bigger dogs, it was 70-30. And then they had that new rule that came out that once you get to a certain threshold of money, then it drops to 50-50 or something around those lines. I think it was like 100, your first 100,000, 70-30, or it's 50-50, and then you the 70-30 or vice versa. It was a really convoluted thing, especially for the higher up people. It didn't really affect the little guy all
mhm.
that much. But then I
You
think it
s-
was this week they added something. Go ahead, random before I get into
well,
it.
you start digging into the pockets, I guess, more so of the content creators and even the little guys too. The little guys are trying to like at least make something of their, you know, startup or whatever, and it's hard when you actually have it split 50-50. But to actually have this giant company where you're still getting, it's another whole, like, let's see how much I guess Bezos wants to dip into it though. Um, because they already have the Prime subs, they already have this. Obviously, to get the Prime subs, you need to get the Amazon subscriptions and stuff like that, whatever.
Mhm,
But the whole money grab thing, of course, there's other websites that would be more uh, tantalizing to actually be a part of
mhm,
because they have better revenue for the creator, and at least the traffic alone will actually help the other websites a little bit and the ads and stuff like that.
mhm.
So there's already, stuff that the websites actually get from the creators just being on the platform. But I think Twitch is going a little bit more. Let's take as much as we can get. Maybe nobody will actually feel it, but 50, if someone gets like thousands upon thousands of subs, you're definitely gonna feel a little bit of that.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
little bit.
and the biggest problem with their revenue sharing right now that I've just reading on some of the stuff this week and over the past few months, no creator here gets barely a dime from the ads. Let's get that out there right now. They like one creator showed like they actually gave a breakdown of the percentage of money they get from their stream.
Mhm,
Majority of their money usually comes from donated subs or straight tips or sponsorships,
mhm,
and maybe 1% of their overall income comes from the ads that is forcibly played on your stream. Usually anytime anybody comes into your chat. So no matter what, streams are being played. I mean, ads are being played.
mhm,
Um, so that they already take all most of that money, and the creator doesn't see a dime of that. That was number one. Number two was the whole debacle that we talked about last week, that they were trying to change the how sponsorships are used and advertised on Twitch,
mhm.
to where you could barely do it anymore. To the point like, what's the point of me trying to do a sponsorship if I can't talk, show ads, put their logo on the screen? Like it was a big uproar. Like the entire community went up in the stream to where they had to backpedal and say, "Oh shit, we shouldn't have done that." And like you should have asked somebody before you just change something. Twitch is notorious for that. I mean, other platforms like YouTube are no better. They'll just make a rule and do it without contacting anybody. But that's just if you're in charge of it and you're running it. That's your prerogative. If that's what you think you got to do, 9 times out of 10 is not good for your user base. But if it's better for your stockholders, I guess it's the best way they can do it.
Thinking about it, what should have been done is like I said, a lot of this stuff is contracted out, and I have no idea what Twitch gets as far as like ad revenue is concerned. I just know about the split, and judging from the split, it's not much unless you're a larger streamer pulling in, tens of thousands of people. And
Well,
those,
even then, the ad revenue split is minuscule. The 50/50 70/30 that we're talking about is strictly for subs.
no, that's strictly for subs, not ad revenue.
Yeah, that's the sub revenue. That's not talking about the ad
Oh,
revenue is much less than the sub revenue.
yeah, I haven't figured out why they're taking sub revenue. As far as that's concerned, why is that all? Why is any of it going to Twitch?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
like if we're going to be an ad supported platform like YouTube, like okay, like I can totally understand how you can do what you want with the ads, but they are also doing stuff like Super Thanks. Super Thanks is like I think 100% the creator, right?
Mhm.
And subscriptions also 100% the creator because YouTube is ad supported. At least that's how I'm reading it. I'd have to look into it more. I'm not a YouTube partner, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, there's a lot of programs up and coming right now that do such a big split towards the creator. Like you and I were dabbling around with that little card thing, Streamloots.
Oh yeah.
They do, I think it's 95/5 or 90/10. Like 90% of the revenue goes straight to the person that's utilizing the cards, and they only keep a small percentage on their end because they support the creators.
This is true.
Um, the other, I'm not even gonna say competitor right now because I don't want to call a spade, but right now I feel like Kick is the newest flash in the pan in terms of being a quote unquote competitor to Twitch. Because we
Yeah.
saw Mixer a few years ago, and everybody thought Mixer was going to be the biggest, greatest new thing. Everybody was switching to Mixer. Everybody was dual catching to Mixer, and Mixer had so much potential.
Oh, it was like wired into the Xbox. It was great.
It was amazing. And then they threw all this money to get Ninja onto the platform so they could have some more weight behind their name. And then Facebook bought them out and it fizzled away.
See, and now we got something with XQC right now. Is it XQC, right? Is that who it is?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
big old mega streamer on formerly on Twitch.
yeah. Well, formerly on Twitch, and that's the whole thing. He's going over to Kick because of a what, $100 million deal. There was.
$100 million.
That's right. I think it was like 30 million a year, and was it no 35? Let's see here. At first, the agreement will pay 35 million per year, with 30 million in additional incentives available if XQC hits certain benchmarks.
Now I'm not against that 100%. I am not against funding some of your bigger guys to help draw in more people because as far as I know, I don't know much about XQC, but he's well liked.
Hmm.
He's a well liked individual, so he was a good cat to get on board. Um, but this just smells of what could happen to Kick the same way happened to Mixer, because Kick has a phenomenal setup in terms of how they pay out their streamers.
Hmm.
They have a 95 to 5 sub program where the content creator keeps 95% of the sub and they take 5%. They even have in their thing $16 an hour paid to the streamer as they stream all week. Now I don't know when that starts or how many hours you have to stream minimum for that to kick in,
Hmm.
but that's quite enticing to sit there and say, okay, I'm sitting here for $3 to 4 hours a night, getting paid $16 an hour to do what I love.
Yeah, see if
They're
you
they,
see if
they
you can find a reference for that
yeah,
and
absolutely.
give it to me so that way I can drop it into the description on YouTube. So that way, like, we're at least found it, or I can see like, this didn't exist. Because that's
Oh
weird.
no,
Because
it was all over Twitter. Let's see, kick
But wouldn't it
16.
also be based on like how many people come into your stream, or is that just default? Like even if you're streaming with one viewer or whatever, it's still $16 an hour or
oh heck,
whatever?
overtime. What? Like get off work and go stream for $16 an hour. I'd go to Kick right now if I did it. Like sign me up, $16 an hour to play video games, whether there's people there or not. Okay, let's
Heck,
go.
Let's
I just
see. I
I
read this art. Go ahead, Craig. Go ahead.
I'd quit my one job if that was the case.
I'm saying, dude, like I'd go part time PR fucking in. Like I'm going streaming Pokemon all the damn day. But we got,
Eh,
let's see, thanks to Twitch updates, Kick is encouraging certain streamers to check out their platform and is willing to give users the 95% prescription directly to their wages. And I'm looking for the $16 an hour. Involved with new creator program, minimum 100 viewers on average.
Okay, so there is a minimum. You just can't be like, I don't want to work anymore. I want to play
Yeah,
video games.
yeah,
All
it's not
right.
going to be that immediate $16 an hour looks like. But let me
Mm,
find the official from Kick. The Kick creator actually put it on Twitter. I'm trying to find that article for you.
okay.
It's like,
So,
excuse me, I need to put in my 2 weeks notice. Why? Why? Is everything all right? I'm gonna be streaming.
I'm gonna be internet famous. You be on the lookout.
I mean, shit. At that point, it would be
um,
it would just be better just to like have that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Instead of
you have to like build up to it, though. I mean, especially if you have to have like 100 followers. But then again, like you could bought 100 followers and get $16 an hour and play a game.
or just be like, hey, follow me on Kick. Ah.
There you go. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on there. I know that the pre-patch folks looked at it. And there was some very questionable stuff over there.
oh,
Um,
it's definitely not something you want to immediately jump into because it's not without its problems. Like it is very, from what I've been reading, what I've been seeing, there's a lot of toxic people over there that they're not really being monitored, as it were.
mhm.
So you have to be really careful of what, like, I know a bunch of VTubers are like, no, if you go there, you're going to get hate rated immediately. That kind of situation. Like, there's no,
It's the Wild West right now over there.
yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
I mean, so there's a lot like the Mixer Ninja thing. Whatever happened to Ninja? You don't hear about him. Like this is the first time I've talked about him since like he went to Mixer and then he just like became irrelevant. Like, is he even still streaming? I've never cared enough to.
I don't know. I think he might be over on YouTube now, but I see the rare like blip of him every now and then, and he what's the word I'm looking for? He's fallen from grace, that's for sure. I mean, he's still making money hand over fist with freaking
Yeah.
Fortnite because of his skins and stuff. He doesn't have to stream anymore to become 100 completely honest. But no, like compared to what he used to be. I'm sorry, this picture is hilarious. I'm putting this in the Discord. Um, I'm still looking for that article, by the way.
No, that's fine.
It's yeah, he's not what he used to be.
If you can get it to me before Monday when I release the podcast on Spotify and YouTube, that'd be great. So that way I've got it in there. So it's not something you have to do right now. Just put it on your list of things to
Yeah,
do.
that's funny. I actually just seen Ninja on the timeline live on Kick and YouTube today. So now he's officially on Kick as well. So there you go. We discovered that part.
Okay. So, yeah, no, there's a lot of streamers that have really pulled it down and whatnot. You can't exactly be the next Asmongold and whatnot. He's built a name for himself, or Moist Critical.
Or PewDiePie.
Oh man,
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, man, I remember getting so sick of seeing his scary videos showing up on my feed. But the guy's he's a genius businessman, right? So,
No, I love PewDiePie. I really do. He's interesting to say the least.
mm,
Very quirky, especially with the Happy Wheels stuff.
oh yeah, the Uber Hacker Nova was another one I used to watch. I haven't seen much from him in a long time. And he did a lot of Happy Wheels. He was very sweary and hilarious. You all right, Cajun?
I'm sorry, I heard Prue getting something behind me. I was making sure she wasn't eating something.
Yeah.
Now, while I'm still looking for this, on the other end of things with frickin' um, Twitch trying to save face, they attempted to go back and say that they're going to officially either reinstate or start the 70-30 split for creators on their platform,
Oh, that is hilarious. Go ahead.
which is a step in the right direction. Still not as much as Kick is offering, but you really got to read the fine print. In order to qualify for the 70-30, you have to have 350 concurrent subscribers that month before they pay you out. And it has to be true subscribers. It can't be
Oh,
Prime subscribers and it can't be donated subs. It has to be a pure subscription for it to count towards the 70-30. And that is, that it helps the top 10% of people on Twitch who have that hand over fist every month. Doesn't help anybody on the lower end at all. Which, again, step in the right direction, but again, done poorly. Like, how are you going to, I hate to say penalize people who get donated and gifted subs and Twitch Prime, something that you added to the platform, by the way, and they can't use that towards their end of the month numbers. Um,
Yeah.
especially since they're trying to change it from 30-day payout to a 45-day payout.
Well,
I read
because
that as well.
well, the other thing about this is we're independent contractors. As far as it's concerned, we have to sign an agreement to be even paid out as an affiliate. We're affiliated with Twitch. We are not a Twitch partner, so it makes it kind of interesting. It's kind of like the difference between an advertising partner and being on their affiliate program. So
Hmm.
it's interesting in the sense of like they can set the pay date wherever they want, right? Like, we'll pay
Right.
you out once a year or once you hit a threshold or whatever it is, and they can totally do that. And that's just the way they do the calculations. I think YouTube kind of did the same thing. Like they do the final calculations after all the numbers have settled. Is like, here's some money. And the one thing I absolutely hate about, at least as far as the payouts that I've currently got from Twitch, is they're just like, we've done the math. You take the money, go. And I have no idea what the breakdown is. I have to go into like the graphing and whatnot, but it's not breaking down exactly where the money came from, other than here's a lump of money that was given to me by Twitch. And that's kind of concerning, especially if I have to break stuff down.
Right. Absolutely.
You All right. So what did we hit? We had XQC going over to Kick. I wish him the best of luck. And, a lot of it is mostly because he can do his online gambling there, which is where he was starting to gain a lot of his momentum outside of his Fortnite stuff. So, hey,
Yeah,
good.
the $16 an hour thing
Hmm.
was a leaked, unreleased part of the program.
Oh, okay.
It's not
So
official yet. The 95/5 split for subs is official, but the $16 per hour paid to kick talent on a weekly basis, that was a leaked news, and they're still in development of how that's going to work. So that's not official yet.
this is the clickbait portion of our contract. Okay.
Yes, yes, that I mean, it worked. It got a lot of people's attention, but yeah, it's not officially like in the mix yet. So the only thing they have, the only true thing they have one up on Twitch right now is their 95/5 split for subs,
Gotcha.
which is still phenomenal.
Hmm.
But speaking of getting things, I'm gonna do a segue. Speaking of getting things up one on Twitch, YouTube saw an opportunity.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the link for that one. Go for it.
YouTube saw an opportunity to make it easier to get your foot in the door with the partner program. New YouTube partner. I had it on my thing. Now I have to look it up as well.
What is it?
Um,
The partnership would be like what, 100%, 100 subscribers or something?
Close. You only need 500 subscribers. Once you get to 500 subscribers, you are eligible for the YouTube Partner Program, which doesn't give you like the big cut of the ads, but it lets you start to get other perks like the super donations and stuff like that on your YouTube videos and all that stuff.
You know,
Uh,
I'm
I'm looking
actually
for the official
really
numbers.
amazing that those things kind of exist. And I think it's because to me, I think it's dumb. I was like, who the hell would do this? But people do it. Like, of course, back when Twitch was in its infancy, it was like, who would pay to watch this? Well, now I'm paying to watch this. Like it, nothing's really surprising me anymore about this. But yeah, that's like the get monetized light. I remember the first time in 2012 when YouTube was like, hey, buddy, see you're making videos. How'd you like to make some money on those videos? I'm like, I like money. Can I have some money? And they're like, yeah, you can.
Please.
We
Yeah.
have a little bit of money, but we're gonna take the majority of it. Hee hee.
All right, here's the official numbers. The previous numbers to be offered opportunity to join the program was at least 1,000 subscribers and either have 4,000 hours watched in the past year of your videos or 10 million shorts views in the past 90 days. They've lessened all of that to having 500 subscribers, which is half the necessary subscribers.
Mhm.
Making sure you do 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, which Lumi does that on a daily.
Oh
And
my God.
I woke up this morning and I got to work. I looked down at my Twitter, ding, 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 ding. Ding.
Gotta make it visible. Gotta
Um,
keep it going. And
oh,
we,
absolutely.
No,
Um,
honestly though,
but then,
what
I'm
was that,
sorry.
Crit?
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say honestly, between Kick and between YouTube stepping up, it's and also the content creators, um, it's decent to see that you know that they can actually hit back against Twitch a little bit and be like, hey, if you don't change it up to be a little bit more fair towards the people that are spending hours on your site, maybe there's other options to go to. Maybe.
And it seems like there's going to be more options coming on the daily because now you even have people using Twitter to live stream, using Facebook to live stream their games.
Unless
Like
you're
there's
DeSantis.
Oh no.
but yeah, then the hours watched drops down to 3,000 or 3 million shorts down from 10 million. So it definitely seems more obtainable when you look at it like that.
Mhm.
But like I said, it doesn't give you the giant leap to like, oh, here's your big chunk of ad revenue that the big boys play. But you do get um, super thanks, super chat, super stickers, channel memberships, and the ability to promote your own merch through YouTube Shopping. So you become part of the crew, and then once you get to the big hurdle, which I think is 10,000 subscribers, that's when you get into the big bucks. But being able to have people like in Twitch come and give you donations on your videos, in your live streams, become members or subscribers to your channel, that's huge.
Mhm.
It's absolutely huge. And YouTube hasn't always been user friendly when it comes to that, but they're doing better. They're doing better for getting people to go live because they also focus on the non-live stuff, which is the YouTube videos and the YouTube shorts, where Twitch has always fallen terribly behind in.
Hmm.
You don't get anything for your VODs as far as I'm concerned,
Oh,
other
speaking.
than
Go ahead.
no, I'm done. That was it.
Okay. Well, speaking of, if you are planning on releasing more shorts, you should really consider getting into the Meta Business Suite. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't know if you have your own the Nordic page Cajun Facebook page. Even if you don't,
Ooh, I need to make
go
one.
go make one. Set it to public figure or personality or whatever the hell it is. But the moment you start doing reels and whatnot, they have their own Super Things program, and it looks like it's ready from the get go, where people can give you stars, whatever that is.
I like
But
stars. I like shinies.
oh yeah, there's stars. So
They also have star parties too.
yeah, so they give you stars, or the people can buy you stars, whatever, and now you get a percentage of that revenue, whatever it may be. So that's part of the reason why I'm kind of shotgun blasting across Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, because TikTok eventually, at some point, once I cross a certain threshold, then I can start getting monetization there and everything else.
Correct.
So
Okay, I need to look at. I'm off Monday and Tuesday. That's going to be one of my things I'm going to be looking into.
yeah,
On top of the thing you and I discussed this right before the podcast about
oh yeah, we need to take care of our own house first before we started making additions for sure. So.
oh yeah, but you know me, always be thinking. I unga bunga, but I tinkin too.
Yeah. So honestly, the thing that I'm looking forward to as someone who hasn't created in a while and will end up creating at some point is Crit and what her take on the landscape is, because it doesn't necessarily affect her now, except for the one rule that they put in where you have to stream once in a rolling like 1 year period or something like that. What her plans are, as far as like if like she's in a position to even produce content again, whatever that may be. What would be your decision making process for that, Crit?
If I had to, just pop on for a second, be like, do, things are rolling, do. Oh, content, look at me, content.
look at look at me dance. That just like
2 hours later.
yes.
Content, do.
I am sorry. I am just absolutely livid at the moment.
Yeah, so that would be me, and then I'd be like, okay, guys,
See y'all in a year. Bye.
let's see you this year.
Well,
I'll
no,
see you next year.
I mean on more of a more permanent basis. Like you're not working 18 jobs anymore. You're like, it'd be nice if I could share my experience gaming with folks and make a little dosh doing it, or just I want to just share my experience gaming. Like it's a thing that you do every night. Kind of like what Cajun and I do Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Like,
Listen,
what would be your decision making process on what platform you would choose, and things like that?
I'd have to check it out. Honestly, if they actually made it more user friendly on Twitch, I'd probably stay here. I mean, if you look at the fulfillment centers that Amazon has and stuff like that, they have no problem giving people time and a half and stuff like that. I don't see why they're so nitpicky about um I don't see why they're so nitpicky about like, oh, well, we're going to have 50/50 or 70/30, or just being more critical over that when that they could allow the users to have more gains or whatever. It doesn't seem right, but it really depends on how Kick goes. I have to look into it a little bit. I like the concept of it, and also, I don't know. I checked into Rumble too. I don't know too much about Rumble, but it kind of seems kind of like
That's the first time I've actually heard of that. What's Rumble?
something that seems like it's up and coming, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as much as Kick is right now. I know I've seen Miskiff on Rumble, so he's there, but I don't know if he's on Kick. Um, there's other people that have been trying it out, but it's kind of tread carefully on that site. As far as Kick goes, when I had my Aura subscription up, Aura tracked Kick as a malicious website, so that's also something. I don't know if the
I, I,
people have,
I think
yeah,
that's because it's funded by gambling. If I'm
yeah,
not
probably,
mistaken. That's where they get their money from. Is the big gambling stuff.
yeah, it's a high stake, right? And they even tell, like, the streamers even say, hey, we do this for entertainment. Don't do this at home or whatever. You
Right.
can't afford it. We can. So it's just like,
Yeah, I think that's like I was saying earlier. It's kind of like the Wild West right now, where they're really trying to get in. Like you can just about count on Twitch, aside from excessive swearing and raging and whatnot. Even Twitch has come down on that on their streamers. Um, it's really straight content, and you know what to expect here. I understand that Kick, you don't know what to expect. I mean, unless you're going to a streamer like XQC or Ninja, right?
Or now Amrith, I think she's actually over there on there now.
No, it's fine. And here's the other part about this too, right? Um, a lot of folks have invested a lot of their money just here on Twitch because they have their favorite streamers here. They have their subscriptions and whatnot. And while people might go over there and see what Amaranth's floating on, or what XQC is currently spending, or anything like that, their money's already here.
Right. Absolutely. I literally just clicked on kick.com to see who the top streamers are. First three are gambling sites.
Yep.
And then you see Amrith doing Twister. That's what you see.
or Just Dance.
hmm So it's hey, at this point, more competition is better.
Yeah.
It's better to have more competition and more options than only one option that everybody hates.
I know in the future I'm probably going to be streaming more once I move. So
I can't wait for that, honestly. So, like, I want to see crit streams. I would love to co-stream with you and Cajun, like playing our own games and bullshitting along the side. That's worked really well for Cajun and myself, and quite frankly, Crit, you're freaking hilarious. So,
Yeah, you are.
like,
I know, like,
like I'm getting giddy just about the idea. Like, imagine a heavy head bounce gif here, with the heavy from Team Fortress 2 bouncing up and down. Yeah, like that's.
no, it'll be interesting though. Like, I like the idea of it, but hopefully this time around I don't fucking fall asleep on stream and have people hit me with posture checks and throw bits at me and be like, "Hey, keep yourself hydrated. Why are you sleeping?" I'm like, "I closed down my stream." No, you didn't. It's still open. It relaunched. I literally closed my stream. You fell asleep in your computer. Shut up.
I think that
I
that,
have
that
receipts, bitch.
I think that's indicative of a different problem. Kind of like right now. So I'm using a wireless headset, so my stream time is definitely dictated by how long my headset lasts. So,
Listen, I'm glad that I was in my sleepy stupor. I was able to keep my channel from not going downhill. What you can find on another streaming website, but no,
Only crits.
joking about like stuff and other stuff at the very beginning where it's horny on me, and I'm just like, no. At least when I was sleepy, I did not do that.
Oh, that reminds me, I have that picture to share.
a picture to share. Where are you going to post it?
I'm gonna post it in the.
You do it.
It should be okay to share with the Twitch. It was. Let me make sure I still have it copied.
Remember to unplug your cameras and mute your mics when you go to bed, just in case.
I make sure my streaming software is off. You can't
No,
exactly
I
stream.
did. I did, but OBS was like, "We see that you disconnected from the software, or it's disconnected. We're gonna relaunch." I'm like, "No. I rated Swifty. And I went to bed. I ended my stream. We're just gonna relaunch your stream." No.
Swifty, like WoW Swifty?
Yeah, I follow him.
That's awesome. Yes, I remember watching a lot of his stuff back in before the 2020s.
Well, it's easier to follow him because him and his wife actually live in, swamp ass area.
Louisiana?
No, Florida.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, we're swamp ass too.
No, I'm sorry. It's more refined though. It's French. It's Bayou.
Yeah, it's Bayou Butt.
Bayou Butt. Yes.
Oh man, I cannot believe that picture didn't save. It was a picture of YouTube as King Kong and Twitch as Godzilla fighting, and then you see the horny on main Doge coming from behind him with a giant bat as Kick.
Oh yeah.
I had it and I was gonna show it and I can't find it. I'm mad.
Ah,
Great, now I have Princess and the Frog in my head with the down in the bayou.
I love
indeed.
that show. It's an adorable movie.
Let's see what else we got. Last thing to hit on before we leave is the tense exchange of what was his name? Ah, gosh, he's the guy that created
Oh,
Stream Beats and
yeah.
anybody.
Back to the big L's that Twitch has been holding lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I had the link. There it is.
It's Heller
Yep.
is his last name.
Yep.
Um,
He. Go ahead. Let me if you want to lead it up.
yeah, no. It's apparently he was discussing what's going on, and the big thing about that is that somebody from Twitch was in there, and they would respond with ellipsis, and for those of you who don't know, those are three dots. That's the proper name for it. It's like ampersand is a little curly Q and sign that you normally use,
Mm.
um, or lol, right?
Hmm.
And the big argument is you're not seeing our vision and whatnot. I think they identified him as a Twitch employee named Scott of somewhere else, and the whole conversation had to deal with how Twitch was doing the revenue split, and that's something that Cajun brought up earlier with their Partner Plus program.
Hmm.
And some of the, I don't know if you went through the article or not, Cajun, but some of the
Oh, I
tweets.
watched the video. The
Uh,
video was insane.
well, no, I mean the video for what the current topic is, but I'm talking about for the partner splits, right? So
Oh,
like,
that was you sit down with a bag of popcorn and you just enjoy the dumpster fire.
yeah, it was like so it's 70-30 for all, just like we asked for. But there's an asterisk for behind all. It says for 12 months, and then a double asterisk if you have 350 subs, and there's a triple asterisk for at least 3 months. Self-paid, so no prime gifted account up to 100,000. Anyway, so there's this large discussion, and I again, if you ever Stream Beats is great. You can go to Spotify. It's copyright free music, and you can play it on your streams. It's fantastic. I was using
Hmm.
it long before I paid for Pretzel, and I'll probably continue to pay for Pretzel because a lot of his music's on there anyway. And honestly, it's just better quality music plus his stuff, which is already top notch. So I don't have to worry about having.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think the thing is that he wasn't exactly cooperating, and Heller's like, "You're on my stream, and you're not exactly being helpful. What the hell, right?" And this is a TLDR,
Yeah,
and
the Twitch employee himself, if any other person on the planet would have gone into this man's stream and talked to the streamer and belittled him the way the Twitch employee was doing, it would have been instant ban off the bat. It would have been
oh
mods
no, oh no,
across the
oh no,
across
he
the
tried to ban
platform.
him. He tried to ban
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, he
You
tried.
can't ban Twitch staff.
You cannot. You cannot. And all it did was make the Twitch employee even look dumber because he's like, "You tried to ban me? Wow!" The capital WOW. And I was like, "Yeah, because you're breaking my number one rule.
Oh
You're being
yeah.
a dick."
Yeah, you're talking about the creative director for Twitch invading someone's chat and
Yeah.
Mhm.
then saying, "Oh, you're no, this is wrong." No, at first, if they would have stuck to the whole, "Hey, let me talk one on one with you," that would have been fine. But to press it and press it and press it and press it and to
Hmm.
instigate is very
Uh,
Okay,
problematic.
you said instigate, and you said it in such a way. I was thinking of like some controversy plus gate, and like what happened to Instacart. So like, but instigate. Well, that's just where my brain was. Like, instigating a fight. Like I totally get it, but that's where my brain went. But go ahead.
No, but it's just like, wow, you're trying to, dude, get the hint. Read the room, the literal chat room. You're interfering with someone's stream. Even the guy was like, I can't do this. I'm going to just end stream. You're literally interfering with someone's stream just because they have their own opinion on something. Like, I didn't see the whole thing or whatever. I just saw like the bickering. But the fact that, the creative director, I'm supposed to be very professional and represent my company. You come into someone's stream and then you're like, oh, you're wrong. And then the guy's saying, okay, well, you know, yes, sure, I'm wrong or whatever. Wait. I didn't say that you were wrong. And just like backpedaling
Hmm.
and then wanting to go further and be more passive aggressive. Like, this isn't good look, bruh. This is not a good look, okay?
Not even in the slightest. Like the poor guy, you could tell as the conversation went on and on and on, this poor man's stress level was through the roof. And he just said, I'm in the stream. I can't buy and just
Yeah, and that's what I would do if I was in a situation. It's like, oh, I can literally do nothing for the people who are on the platform harassing me in a stream that they provide because they can and they're not respecting boundaries.
take care now. Bye bye then.
Yeah, no, like that's a huge problem. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's like, so what do you do at that particular point? What if you're doing something important? What if you're raising money for something? Like, I don't know, the Trevor Project,
Hmm.
and some dude from Twitch comes in,
Like,
insert
well,
insert
you're
director
wrong.
here, like title plus director here. Okay, well now you're here, and I'm like, okay, so you're kind of not like being chill in my stream. I need you to go. And they don't go, and you can't make them leave. You're just like, well, sorry, everyone else, and fuck you. So I just look, I'm out. And Harris Heller actually put a tweet later. He goes, "Hey guys, yeah, this was super weird, and my social anxiety was sky high, as it should be. I
Hmm.
would be like, I don't know what to do, especially if this was like my sole source of income, right?
Right.
But people deal with way worse on stream every day, and he's not wrong. I've seen it firsthand. It's humans are terrible, as Ivy
Yeah.
Hmm.
would say.
Like
It,
that one person who, I guess subbed to a lady, and I guess he got dejected, and he ended up stalking her to her house or whatever, and then lit her $100,000 car on fire.
yeah.
Right, dude.
Yeah, so there's that. I mean, just the depths of the sociopaths on certain websites like Twitch or whatever platform they followed her from.
Mhm.
It's
As Ami would say if he were here, some people should have been swallowed.
yeah.
Well, yeah, this is true, but this is also the world that we're bringing our people up in. It's slowly changing, just not fast enough, and it all has to deal with what people think that they're entitled to.
Which a
So,
lot of people think it's a lot.
yeah,
I
like
think
like Crit,
there was
I gave you $5 to subscribe to you. Can I come to your house?
don't
I has cookies.
no.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll be in the hotel across the street in case you change your mind. The cookies will be
I
fresh.
can't have cookies or I will get fat.
Fuck you! I'm setting your car on fire. Like that's
No.
yeah. So like, it's kind of where
This is pretty much what happened.
The
yeah, and like
insurance agency was probably like, how the hell did oh
and it's a risk, especially females, risk they run. Guys, I don't see shit like that with guys. I'm sure they have some female stalkers, but the big thing with them, like doctor disrespect, which is a whole different subject that we're not covering tonight.
Mhm.
And who else? There's been quite a few, and that's drive-by shootings at their fucking house.
Oh, what? It wasn't as much as a drive-by shooting, but it was a guy that went across the country. Boogie 2988 went to his house and threatened his life.
Oh yeah, and
And
Boogie came out with a gun. He was like,
yeah, he did.
not today," and
there's
fired
And
it in the air.
there
and
were
he
certain
got a lawsuit against him about it. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, he just charged a firearm up into the air, and that was like reckless endangerment. What's up? What's up,
Which,
Crit?
yeah.
I was gonna say too, there's also been those things, the cases of swatting. There were a few.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's like there's been multiple, even, streamers that have been, very popular and they've been swatted, or, you know, there's this one streamer, I think his name was Ice Poseidon or whatever,
Hmm.
and apparently they got him kicked off an airplane. They found out where he was, and he got kicked off an airplane because someone in his chat was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call the cops and say that you did a bomb threat or something like that, or whatever." And it's just, you know, there's a lot of people that experience it on the higher end or whatever, and I think part of it, I wonder if it's partially entitlement, dejection, or whatever, because there's some awkward people in the community. I'm not gonna lie, there are.
Hmm,
Hmm.
there is. That reminds me of I forgot who the streamer was. This was when Pokemon Go was like the biggest thing on the planet. They were out in the middle of a park doing Pokemon Go, and somebody swatted them while they were in the park, and freaking people like the SWAT team showed up. with guns ablazing. These dudes are just sitting there with their phones catching Pokemon. Like it's just there's a fine line between joking and actually ruining a person's not only mental state, but life. Like I would never go outside to play Pokemon Go again with that fear, knowing that somebody could push one button and now I'm on the ground with a AR pointed at my head.
Oh, even better than that, like have Harrison be there to watch all that go down.
Oh, dude, I would.
That like somebody be paying for some promo bills. Honestly, if we were to ever get that big, I would just I would tell my local police station like, "Hey, I'm doing this," and so if you get
I'm
calls,
going out there. If you get a phone call saying 6'3" dumbass is playing Pokemon Go, he needs to be taken care of. It's just me. Somebody's being a dick. Don't listen to him.
yeah. So, but other than that, anything else we want to touch on? We got XQC out of the way, Twitch kicking itself, and what else? It's literally just been a creator conversation, which has been really cool. Like this has been pretty straight, and I don't mind anything like this because it's all gaming and it's all
It's
related
all on
to.
topic.
Yeah, no, like it's actually a business conversation. Like, how do you make these decisions? And honestly, having that kind of insight is helpful to some people, and I hope it helps people. Really.
At this point, it's like you and I were talking about the other day. The best thing you can do is not put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh yeah, no, like
Don't do just YouTube. Don't do just Twitch. Don't do just Kick. Get your stuff out there on every platform that you can. That's the only way you're going to be able to make it.
yep.
Yeah, if you have too many eggs in one basket, you might be the yolk. You might end up with some egg on your face.
I don't have
Mhm.
anything to shoot with. I don't have anything to shoot. I never got my adult snap pop.
You didn't get your pop?
No, I just got something.
Why?
I don't know. Honestly, there's not gonna be much of a post show today unless Crit wants to do something because I think you got another job to get to, Crit,
Yeah, I
and
have to wake up in the morning
yeah,
for things and things and things and things and wings and
indeed.
Makes
things.
Okay, well in
makes
that
two of
case,
us.
let's wrap this up. Cajun, what you got going on this week?
This week I am changing things up. I had started a quote unquote hardcore shiny hunting challenge on Thursday or Tuesday, Wednesday, one of the days last week, and I don't want to do that anymore. Uh, not the fact that it's not a difficult challenge, but it's way too monotonous, and I don't think I can mentally be entertaining and just hunt squirrels
Is
the
that
entire time.
is that the one where you were like, "Tell me what's going on"? And I was like, "May RNGesus ever be on your side" or some shit?
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm gonna be doing instead is I'm actually going to, like everything else in my life, I'm going to start training for the, uh, the Iron Man challenge that I have when I hit 250 followers on Twitch. Um, it's one shiny Pokemon over the 5 modern day Switch titles in 12 hours. And sitting there and doing the most ineffective way of hunting in Pokemon Sword is not gonna help me towards that goal. So my goal is to, starting on Tuesday, try to catch a shiny in one of the games that aren't like the easy ones like Arceus or Scarlet. Right now, I am playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on Tuesday, and I'm going to do my best to either get a shiny Venonat or a shiny Squirtle using their method. And the reason why at the top of the hour I had mentioned I'm advocate against Meowth. Um, I started the practice hunt at work because we were kind of slow, and I hunted 5 Venonat before I got things rolling. The next Pokemon to spawn after the 5 Venonat was a dead gum shiny Meowth. And typically I'd be excited, but Lumi, you know my history with Persian and Meowth.
Oh yeah.
I was so mad. I wanted to restart the game. I was like, no. I could hear Lumi's voice. A shiny is a shiny. So
Yeah.
I kept it and I saved it and I moved on. Um, so we're gonna start with Let's Go on Tuesday, see if we can get one of these Pokemon caught in the time allotted. If I can, Wednesday I will start in Pearl, do some radar, and then do some jolly cooperation with you.
hmm
And then Thursday either continue Pearl or jump to Sword and do we'll go after Pheromosa some more for Dynamax Adventures. So it's all getting ready to do the okay. I got 12 hours to catch 5. Let's get it because it's coming faster than I expected. I wasn't expecting to get as much of momentum as I've been getting over here on Twitch.
It's that shiny
So
luck.
it is. It keeps on to come. I just got to make sure Harrison comes in for a couple of hours and I really get stuck.
Like the triple shiny moment. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I don't know if you got to see that clip, Crit, but the other night when Lumi and I were streaming, Harrison decided, like, I don't want to sleep. I want to come see what Dad's doing. And
Oh
he,
no.
yeah. And normally I make him go to bed, but he's out of school. He doesn't have to worry about homework or anything like that. All right, you can come here for a little while. You hang out with Dad. From the moment his ass sat down next to me, I caught 4 shiny Pokemon within 10 minutes in this Pokemon Scarlet.
Oh, so he's a magnet.
Oh yeah, no,
Yes.
like he sat down and like, oh, you got to be kidding me! And there was this little like deer Pokemon. He's like, oh, and then off in the distance, another one was out there. He's like, you got to be kidding me! What the hell is going on? Like reality's
Oh.
bending. Like
I was
it's
like, you're not allowed to leave now. You're staying your ass right. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna get the trainer. We're gonna get started.
awesome. More core keeper, more shinies, more. Okay, Crit. Other than working, what are you doing?
I was wondering, are we gonna have a podcast next week, or should I just focus on getting stuff, final preparations for
I
the?
think let's see here. So as far as like because I have no idea. I know that you're supposed to be going to Canada like
And
at some time at the end of the month. If it's starting next week, like Cajun and I can run a 2-man show and just bullshit and shiny hunt and like talk shit because we like that's what we do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It'd be like another Tuesday. So
yeah,
That's
if
like
we
good.
need, and of course, if we need to, we can bring in like Bombardier or somebody who's not doing anything that night, or
yeah.
he and I can just shoot the shit and then play some Core Keeper.
Yeah, pretty much. So so here's the thing, right? Like the entire idea of investing time and going to visit someone, I want you to enjoy that time. So if it takes to put this off to the side, the podcast will be here. Consider it
Oh
like
yeah,
this is what we did for Christmas, where we took a holiday off. Like it was like 2 weeks. We came back fresh and whatnot. So if that's something that you want to focus on, I would rather you focus on that because it's a big deal. You're
that is
going to a whole
important.
ass different country.
Yeah,
For the first time, yeah.
you and Imi are part of the crew, part of the family. If y'all have something going down, just like if something I have something going down, or if Lumi has something going down,
Hmm.
we make it work. So if you need to focus on that, girl, go get your barcode ready.
Yeah, there's that, and also, have you? We're all weeps here, right? Except for Barcode. I mean, he's not
Correct.
here right now, but
Hmm.
anyway.
The current crew here, yes.
So, anywho, you see what's going on with Netflix?
No.
Are you talking about the live action trailer drop?
One
Live
Piece.
action what?
Live action trailer of the One Piece anime. Yeah, I part of me has hope that it's gonna be okay, but
No.
that trailer was kind of rough.
where is Amy in his cringe? I hope it's like the exact opposite because like I had high hopes for a lot of the anime stuff like live action Dragon Ball Z and live action
Oh,
Attack on Titan,
Uh,
and those ended up being like vomit worthy. But hopefully the bad trailer for this one doesn't indicate it's going to be even worse. Like it's going to be beyond expectations. It's
well,
not, but
well,
no. I mean, think about it this way. At least freaking the people who are Sonic fans bullied the directors into fucking changing it.
well. Here's the,
Why didn't they
here-
take stills of the characters to begin with and be like, hey, these are going to be the main characters. You think you like these guys? Or, so you could actually research their prior works or whatever. And then, like, be like, hey, would this be a good. No, they didn't do that. And they're like, oh, this is a legendary. No.
well, here's my take from the short time that I saw the trailer: the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, I like Zoro. I think Zoro actually portrays Zoro pretty decently, just in the small time that we've seen him. The bad, Luffy's terrible. Absolutely hate the guy playing Luffy.
Yep.
His voice is not right. His persona's not right. That's not Luffy. That's a no from me, champ.
I'm in search of One Piece. No.
I want to be the king of the pirates. Like, no. But the ugly, which I'm actually counting as a W, Fucking love Buggy. Buggy looked good. I thought they did a fantastic job portraying him and making him look like an actual villain. That's just me.
Yeah, but that's bad when that's the only redeeming thing. It really is.
What do you think of Sanji? The portrayal. I know he was only there for a split second, but
So not to put the kibosh on it, but if there's no Chopper, I don't care.
I don't even know what
I
they're
didn't
gonna do
see
with
Chopper. They show the original crew. They showed Luffy, they showed Sanji, Nami, Zoro. They showed Usopp. They showed Usopp for a second. They showed the Sea King. I'm sure Chopper's going to be there at some point. And my question is, how is that CGI going to be?
What about Nami? What are they gonna do with Nami?
Nami was like she was there from the
Nami's
front.
there.
She was like there from the beginning, like episode
No,
1, wasn't she?
she's in the trailer.
Oh, I guess I shut it off after I've seen Zoro, and I'm just like,
I'm sorry, that was one of the better redeeming qualities of the Nami. I'm on the fence about.
No, Zoro's fine. Zoro's okay. It's just
Well, go try to watch the trailer again and see what you think about Nami. I'm not 100% sold on her yet. The small conversation between the three of them, for a split second, I felt the energy of the crew, despite how bad Luffy is. I think Zoro and Nami can play off one another. I have no faith in Luffy. Hate to
You
say
know
it
what?
that way.
Japan, do your thing. Make the porno. Make Luffy
There we
the
go.
fifth.
The One Piece.
I was about to say, it gives One Piece a whole new,
Gum
Because-
Gum Fist.
because they
What?
where's the
What?
bonk? God. What was I gonna say?
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. I hope they do something with that. Just ruin my freaking hot. Yeah, just do it. Just take it and just.
Because there's been live action animes that have worked. I've watched the Death Note live action movies from Japan.
The best part about that is Willem Dafoe, as far as English is concerned.
Not the English one. I mean the Japanese version, like the Japanese live action One Piece. Those were phenomenal. The English version, meh. But we haven't seen a true good English anime portrayal yet. All we've had so far was that abomination Dragon Ball Evolution and the Death Note, which wasn't terrible, but was nowhere near as good as the live action one in Japan. I'm holding on to hope for the One Piece one. If the supporting cast can be good enough at their characters, it might be watchable. But they really got to nail Usopp, and Nami and Zoro really, really gotta lift Luffy up.
Look, I would trade all that in for more Trigun Stampede. Hands down.
Give me like.
Oh no more live action, but I get more Vash and was it Wolfram? No.
Wolfwood and
Wolfwood.
Knives and Meryl and Millie.
Yeah, like the whole cast and crew, and that wonderful style. Like I love the classic style. I think it's hilarious, but the new style they used, it was very, very nice.
I just want a combination of all of it. Like I seen in like one of the concept arts, they actually do have like the angelic like wing coming up from one of the brothers, and it's just like give me please.
I need it.
I want it.
I needs it.
Wants the precious.
So other than that, yeah, no, like if we're gonna be incognito for the next 3 weeks, that's cool. Cajun, I'll just
incognito. I'm pretty sure we'd have a special, stream. I could just be like in the background, being like, "Yo, what's up? This is Luminari Weekly's podcast, and I'm chicken here in the kitchen."
that would be awesome. Making coffee, yeah,
Making coffee and relaxing because it's a vacation.
yeah, indeed. But yeah, no, if you want to do that, that's cool. I'm down. Just let me know what's going on, because like if we're gonna take a break and whatnot, that'll allow me to like stop doing podcast stuff and actually start generating more assets and see if we can do some other stuff. So it's all about timing for me, right?
Yeah, just let us know. We will adjust accordingly.
Oh,
Y-
yeah,
We are flexibles.
yeah, indeed. Like if you're like, fuck that podcast, I'm gonna have fun. That's fine with me too.
No, never fuck the podcast.
I was going to say something, but that been way inappropriate. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. So what is Lumi doing?
Yeah, what is Louis doing? Before I get in
Lumi,
trouble.
Lumi is not fucking the podcast. If Lumi is fucking the podcast, it'd be very bad. Anyway, so as Cajun said, bongs.
I can't find the original bongs. That's what we get.
That's fine.
2 hours later.
Yes, 2 hours later. So yeah, no, Cajun and I streaming Tuesday through Thursday. Cajun shiny hunting most days. Wednesday is going to be collab core keeper unless there is a magical blonde panda trade a day moment. And then
This week, so far, no, because she's not off until Friday, so it's just work, zug, zug.
right, I'm going to continue to play Diablo 4. I just got Horseablo, which I'm happy about. Also, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. To get the Primal Instinct mount, you have to go to a streamer who is on the list of approved streamers to give 2 subs to, which I find bullshit. And I found that out last night. I ended up buying like 6 subs. And like, what the hell's going on? And one of them explained it to me. I was like, one of the streamers are like, ooh, yeah, hey, thanks for the Prime sub and the 2 gift subs, but I'm not enabled for that. And there's like a list. It's 105 pages long with 44 entries per page. Which is like, and guess who's not on it? Not me.
That asshole.
Or that guy. And I was like, this is kind of bullshit.
Man, that is bullshit.
So I found a wholesome streamer who was on the list, and he seemed pretty cool. And I was like, here's $10, and I got my code for my horse, so I now have the Primal Instinct mount, along with the bone armor from like that shit is dope. Did you see the bone armor, Crit? Did you?
I think so.
Look at his horse. His horse is amazing.
Oh, it is amazing. Like you got like the rib mohawk and everything. Like it's some stuff. Anyway, so yeah, more Twitch drops, more Diablo 4. I'm gonna play the shit out of it until I can't play it anymore, just because why not? I need to do some art streams because I need to get good at drawing tech priests due to a challenge over at the Paintwater Tea House. We have to do a OC fusion, and the person that I'm fusing with is a tech priest, and I'm having to Matrix style learn Warhammer 40k and tap IME and my good buddy Nipple Salad for lore and what's going on, like mecha dendrites. Do you know what that is? That's tech priest tentacles, and I'm like, they have tentacles? Yes. And I was like, well, yeah. So
we know where this is going.
yeah, exactly. I was all right. Well, just call me Tentacles. So that's pretty much what's on my plate. Other than that, I'm live most days unless catastrophe happens, from 9:30 p.m. Central's time to closer to midnight, depending on what's going on. So stop by, say hello, grab your Diablo drops, and have a good time. There's a lot of stuff happening, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, where we have the awesome Nordic Cajun with us. And eventually, once Crit is in the stream game again, we will have a 3-way co-stream, and it will be amazing, right?
Yes.
With that, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for everything. Fuck.
You knew it was coming.
I didn't actually. I wasn't ready for it.
Keep an eye on my Twitter at Luminari Weekly for updates on when our next podcast will be for episode 37. Other than that, good luck on your trip, Crit Chicken and Cajun. I'll see you Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Yay.